Oh, Pappa J.
What?
Pappa J, you guys were just telling me about some old school helium hilarity show. Is that what they call it?
Yep. Tim and Mark here in Phoenix.
Tim and Mark, 93.3
Who
KDKB.
passed away?
Tim from the Tim and Mark Show. 93.3
Ah.
KDKB used to be the main competitor to 98 KUPD. They skewed a little bit older with their rock and roll, although they still played the current stuff. And after Dave Pratt went over to Camel Country and The Edge, really they were the only act in town in the morning for a morning show.
Yeah.
And they used to do something called Helium Hilarity every Friday. And they would have
would they suck on a balloon of helium?
Yep. And they would be like,
tell us.
my girlfriend is so fat, and then everybody in the audience, they would let the first
How fat?
right,
Yeah,
the first 10 or 12 people in. How fat is she? Well, she's
I think I've heard that.
Right.
And they make fun of Gila Bend. They make fun of Apache Junction.
Yeah, Gila Bend girls.
How long has the show been on?
It was on for 16 years in the Valley. I think it started in 1988.
Yeah, they'd have CDs that would come out of their best bits.
Right,
the
every
year.
Christmas for charity, they would sell CDs of their best 90 minutes from that year.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
They were
it was
hilarious. I mean,
dang. Hey, you're soon to be on that ship there, Pappa J. We'll be talking about you like we're talking about Tim.
Screw you.
And much like the start of this show.
Here's the new BigLipRadio from iHeartRadio.
You're headed around that bend. You're one of them Gila Bend girls.
I'm going to get this cancer spot taken care of
Your liver
Thursday.
spot?
Yeah.
I stopped making fun of you because I saw it growing bigger and bigger, and eventually I figured it would be karma because I kind of like you. So karma would take you out just to show me to shut up. You know what I mean? Oh, my gosh. But unlike Big Lip Radio, we have lip service where we do not shut up. Pappa J, what is lip service?
We need your money. So what you do is you get out the checkbook, get out the credit card, PayPal.
Ask your mom, ask your dad, ask your grandma. Christmas presents.
Right, I'll give you my phone number. You can Apple Pay me. What we'll do, what we do is we've got 3 levels at BigLipRadio.com called
/store. Or,
Right.
sorry, lip service.
Lip service.
Jeez.
So we got 3 levels. We got I don't like you much, I'll date you, and I'll bang you. Okay,
Whoa.
so we got those 3 levels.
Sign up for the I Bang You. You'll get cool shirts like this guy over here is wearing.
Look at that shirt. That is
Yes.
sexy.
Yes.
That makes Uncle Fester look good right there.
Oh my gosh, you called him Uncle Fester on air. Oh my gosh.
Makes it look good. All right, Eric. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this line from a famous horror movie because it's October. It's Halloween.
yeah.
And you guys have got to guess, and I know Z-Money will get this because I know he's just watched this in the past 30 days.
Oh, let's hope. Let's hope because you've schooled me on, was it?
Friday the
13th, where the mom was killing everybody and I thought it was Jason.
No.
I couldn't put it together, but you put it together. So
Yep. Amazing
I
stuff.
appreciate it. Made sense now.
By the way, you can go back and look through Big Lip Radio presents No Girls Allowed. That's our movie review podcast. I've reviewed all 12 Friday the 13th movies in there. And
So good. So
good
good dude.
stuff. So
Let me
tell
hear your imitation. And normally you like to mess this up. You'll sound like a pug halfway through. So I'm curious to hear how you come back this week after being gone last week.
My sinuses are swelled up, man. I was up in Prescott Valley. Now check this out.
Right.
I had to search the bowels of hell, but I found someone who'll make them remember. He'll get the blood, I'll get the glory, and that fear is my ticket to lip service on BigLipRadio.com.
That wasn't Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is it?
No.
Oh,
No.
it sounds so familiar.
Who
Did they bring from hell?
Who could not hurt anybody because nobody was afraid of him. Nobody remembered him anymore. All the kids were taken to the
Freddy.
hospital.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. Now, which one did he search the bowels of hell to find a killer to make him remember?
Freddy? What do you mean? I don't know, dude. I'm surprised. I don't know.
Maybe you didn't see this one.
It's not on that list, is it? It's not Halloween, right?
No, it's Freddy versus Jason.
Okay, I saw Freddy versus Jason,
Okay.
but I wouldn't have, honestly, I wouldn't have guessed Freddy versus Jason the movie. Like, if you were like, oh, what movie specifically besides a spin-off was this? I might have guessed that, but I saw Freddy versus Jason. We haven't watched that one yet. You said in the last 30 days I've watched this.
Seen it already.
No, we
That was at
haven't
31
watched this
days,
one.
so that was out of his list.
Right.
No, we haven't yet. And one thing I was doing with my boy before he tried to get in trouble with the girl under his covers is watch.
Right.
We covered that, by the way,
Right.
in the last few episodes of Big Up Radio. I watched
She's
Friday
pregnant
the
now,
13th, the newest one, and the oldest one.
Right.
And we were trying to do that with all the movies. Like Halloween, we did that with. Nightmare on Elm Street, we were just getting into that with. So we're about to watch the new one. But we didn't see any crossover movies yet. And I like those. Freddy vs. Jason was a good one, my friend. I remember, I've watched it once, but I don't remember that scene.
Better than any of the Freddy movies or any of the Jason movies. Should we hear the clip?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I had to search the bowels of hell, but I found someone who'll make 'em remember. You may get the blood, but I'll get the glory, and that fear is my ticket home.
That's Freddy Krueger right there.
Right.
Okay, so
You guessed the character.
Yeah, I would have got
But you didn't
that.
guess the movie.
Like, as soon as I heard the ch, I still wouldn't have guessed Freddy vs. Jason. Let me just tell you that right
so
now.
much fun.
I have to go back and watch that. Maybe we'll just skip from our old tradition of watching the new and old,
Right.
and we'll which one was that in the series, and whose series does that belong to?
I believe both box sets have that movie in. Both
Really?
the Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street. I do have both box sets, as a matter of fact.
Well, what you don't have is the start of this week's episode, which you will have right now.
I love you 3,000.
Listening to Big Lip Radio. Here are your hosts, Pappa J, Zmunny, and
Mama always told me be a man, that I should get my shit together, pull it while I can. Like, yeah, whatever. I said, Mama, you don't understand, cause I'm gonna be stupid famous and rocking in a band. Yeah, you know, couple years later.
Welcome to Big Lip Radio, episode number 123. Today is October 20th, 2020. It is a Tuesday. I'm your host, Big Pappa J. Along with my co-host, Zmunny.
Yeah, it's me, Z-Money, and hey, guess what? One of your favorite people are here, Pappa J.
That's right, Late.
Hey,
Say what's up, Late.
how you guys doing? This is Eric.
It is Eric. Let's give him full credit.
Dude, we have a full show today. Yes, it's not Mike the Neighbor. I know you guys out there in podcast land, YouTube land, whatever you're watching us on, you can catch it all on at BigLipRadio on any media streaming platform. We got Late here, man, and that's just as good as anybody else.
Right.
He is who I'm referring to, filled in for you last week, Pappa J. And you know what? I figured out why we call him Late.
I know, because he's always late.
Because he was late last week's episode.
I saw when he showed up. I was watching from my palatial hotel room.
You were
up
watching
in,
on YouTube,
Prescott
yeah?
Valley. I was.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for showing some love to your own damn show that you're on. Oh, my gosh. Hey, like they always say, scary movies are a scary thing, much like COVID is, and we don't let a crisis go to waste. Be sure to go to BigLipRadio.com/store and get your COVID-19 max, get your cool merchandise, get your shirts. We got hats, we got backpacks, we got cell phone cases, we got mouse pads, we got water bottles. Whatever your little heart desires, we got at BigLipRadio.com. Go check it out. We even have extra content just for you on there that you won't hear anywhere else by
Right.
signing up to our lip service, woo, which Pappa J so gracefully promotes at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Pappa J, we are also in bed with a few wrestling promotions.
If you know anything about me, you know I like to get in bed with a few wrestlers.
With a few dudes in tights and spandex, and you can go see that on all of our Facebook as well.
That sounds about right for him.
Yeah, right.
IZW,
Guys in
Impact
tights.
Zone Wrestling at the Sun Studios in Tempe, Arizona. They have NAV 30, brother. 30 years of the Navajo Warrior, the most prolific wrestler
Big
to come
Lip
out of the
Radio
American
presents
Southwest. Right.
Nav 30, man.
That's
It's so
right.
cool.
Oh, we've got talent announcements that you wouldn't believe.
Not only do you have Gino Rivera there, you have
Right.
obviously the Navajo Warrior.
Right.
You
The
got
rest of the tribe.
the Hawaiian Lion,
Right. The Hawaiian Lion and Crazy Hot Morgan.
and you got Mr. Perfect.
Who?
Is that who it is?
You mean Mr. Classic.
Mr. Classic. That's my fault right there. Clearly, you're more embedded with them than I am.
Right. Mr. Classic can be found on Big Lip Radio presents Gimmicks and Angles. We've interviewed him along with every member of the tribe. So you just go back and check out those episodes.
And those
We've
guys
got
were on
new-
the WWF.
Right. And we got new interviews coming up, too.
Ooh, you got some plan?
What?
You haven't even told me about
Yeah,
them
when are
yet?
these coming out?
Right. Well, I'm going to interview Crazy Hot Morgan. I'm going to interview Hawaiian Lion. I've got
dude.
Hollywood Yates has signed up, and I've been in contact with him. We're trying to work out our schedules.
We've not gotten an interview with him before, have we? Oh.
Nope, and he is part of the big main event with the Hawaiian Lion and Navajo Warrior.
Props to you.
Right, and that's the main event. Six-man tag. We got Manny Lemons. We've got
Freshly Squeezed is going to be there?
right
Oh, my goodness.
Taylor Cintron. We've got Evan Daniels and E3.
E3.
The Agents of Chaos. I don't
I
know
like
if they're-
E3, man.
Right.
He's got that creepy eye thing
right,
going on.
and Jason Mask when he enters the ring. So
The best,
cool.
the best.
And I don't know if they're going to be tagging up like they used to as Agents of Chaos because they haven't announced the match. Watson! Oh, my God!
Watson.
One of the greatest.
That guy
Watson.
needs a lot of credit, by the way. I've seen him wrestle. I've seen his local stuff. I've seen so much of him, and I don't know why he's not in the starlight, in the
Right.
spotlight, man.
Right, he's amazing.
Up with Nav 30.
Right, now the tribe, along with Hollywood Yates, for the main event, will be taking on Keepers of the Faith, who've been dogging the tribe for the last 18 months. All the way on up until the whole COVID shutdown thing happened, and Graves. This is the main event. This is worth it for the price of ticket alone for this match. Now, what you got to do is you got to get your tickets because it's gonna sell out. They don't need our broke dick podcast pushing them because they're gonna sell out. We're doing you guys a favor saying get your tickets.
Yes.
And
Well, the
'cause you're our
VIP,
listeners.
the VIP section's already sold out, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
sold out in a
been
week.
sold out for a while.
Their VIP section is cool. They got couches laid out where you can watch the matches. VIP get in early. They get a special match.
Yeah.
They get some time with the Navajo Warrior, question and answer.
That's so cool,
You
man.
got your tickets?
But I've got my tickets.
I've got my tickets. You
right.
got your tickets, Eric?
Nope, no.
This is going to be so cool, man. We're going to be right there. We're going to be yelling, hooting and hollering. Do we know any of the refs, by the way?
Oh, I'm pretty sure Scott's gonna be.
You knew exactly what I was thinking.
Have you bribed him yet?
That dude has so much credit going his way. He was just announced as what, the ref of the year or something?
Something
I
like
saw
that.
on Facebook, and I'm so proud of that dude. I used to work
Right.
with him at THQ. That's how I knew him.
I thought
used
we
to all
wrecked
work
his
down-
rep.
Dude, I did too, but I think we kind of boosted it a little.
Right.
We kind of boosted it a
I
little
think
bit. I don't want
so.
to take all credit, but he's a charismatic guy,
He
and I
is.
think he fits perfectly in the wrestler role, so or the referee role.
Right.
Much like fitting perfect in somewhere. What were you gonna say,
I was
Eric?
going to say, get him in on an interview. Ask him who he wants to win.
That's fine. I'll get it.
Right. Who
He's
do-
coming up with the good ideas. He's not even here, Pappa J.
who do you
He's here more than you are lately, Pappa J.
Whose shoulders do you plan on pinning?
Get him in and be like, so who do you got? Who you got money on to win?
It's between Uncle Fester and Condom Neck over here.
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Eric Late is heading you up on shows, Pappa J. You weren't here last week.
Right. He might have done more shows this year than I have.
Why do you hate Big Lip Radio?
I
Yeah.
love Big Lip
Really?
Radio.
Why?
Uh,
I don't think that's true because
You
I've
went to
taken a
Prescott.
bunch of vacations, and the only reason why any of these people watching knew I was on a vacation is because I specifically told them I was on vacation,
Right.
which means I don't miss a show.
Right.
What are you doing?
Well, I missed the shows.
Okay, clearly. Why?
Is it
Why did you
Alzheimer's?
miss
just
last
forget?
week's show?
Well,
We got you on a phone call explaining a few details in here, but now we're face to face.
things get hectic around the house. Okay.
Things get a little hairy.
There's 100 people, 700 dogs,
Thank God you're on my page. It's
200
only been
fish,
30 shows of me saying that.
200 fish, 250 frogs.
Wait, did you just get fish?
We got a frog.
You got a frog? That's in addition to the 10
You know,
dogs and 3 cats.
We didn't feed that some bitch for 6 months and it didn't die.
Was it a beta?
No, it was a frog.
Sorry. I thought you said fish.
No, the frog.
Gotcha.
We didn't feed it for 6 months. It didn't die.
Was it
just
like a
went into
toad
kinda
or-
hibernation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're hoping the same for you, but you still end up coming back around. We're like, hey, this is Pappa J's last show. He won't be here. Thank you all for coming out, but you still end up showing up. You got 9 lives.
Here's what happened. So we decided. Now I'm not making an S ton of money on disability, but we decided we're gonna take a couple of days up north, get into some cooler weather, and have just some quiet time in a hotel room.
Playing video games.
What the heck?
And we had gotten a Wednesday, Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
And so that's cool. And
Yeah.
then Kim's like,
well, of course, because you're trying to plan ahead because you
Right.
love BigLipRadio. You
And
only got 2 tattoos. Oh, wait, that's me.
and then Kim's like, yeah,
Hey.
but I got a license plate.
She's like, hey, why don't you miss that show that you don't like so much?
No,
she's like, hey, let's skip out on this. Let's F Zach and Eric and MTN and let's go do our own thing.
I mean, seriously, how many hosts does the show need?
She's like,
But
you love me
when-
more than the show, right? So you're...
But what happened was, she goes, oh my God, I got a hairdo appointment on Thursday. I said, okay, well, just find 2 other days.
She couldn't move her hair appointment?
No, it's her hair appointment. So then she comes back.
You're going to have
What kind
hair
of logic do
forever.
you have?
You're not going to have BigLipRadio forever. Let me tell you that.
I mean, Pappa J's losing his hair.
We
I
only
mean-
got 2 people watching now. You think that's worth a damn to us? No.
So then she goes back. She goes, okay, I got it for this date and this date. I said, okay, that's cool. Wait, I checked the photos. And
Oh, so she
Tuesday and
tricked you.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
She
sneaky.
knew it was
And
Sneaky.
she's like, yeah. I said, what about the show on Tuesday? Oh my God. Okay.
She's like, what about the show on Tuesday? I'm your wife. Yeah.
She's like, no, Raw is Monday, is what she said. So anyway,
Raw is wrestling because you care about that even more than BigLipRadio because you hate BigLipRadio.
she goes,
I smell the crap you're stepping in.
she goes, oh, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call and cancel it. She ended up getting tickets that can't be canceled. Reservation for a hotel.
Why don't you just do it the next week?
Because she already had tickets or reservations,
So
and you can't cancel them.
you can refund them. That's 2 different
No,
things.
there was no refund. No nothing.
That's what I was looking for. That word, the R word.
No refund.
Hard R,
Nope.
refund,
No
none.
refund, no cancellation. And I'm like, oh, and that's why it was so cheap because it was like $68 a night, dude.
she still
In a
got
really
it?
nice hotel, dude. and that's how.
Was
So-
it the Hilton?
I don't
Motel
know, Courtyard
6?
Marriott,
The
Courtyard.
one with the hot tub, or the
The hard
was it
tub.
the
Days
hot,
Inn?
hot tubs up there.
Right, the hot tub.
They're on the way up. It's in what is it?
Uncle
Prescott Valley.
Fester opens the door and said, "Hey, welcome to your room."
It was Hotel 6, man. It was awesome. But
Motel 6. It's so
It's got
funny.
free roaches.
Right?
so anyway,
You went up there, and let's just say you already skipped BigLipRadio. You made your chick feel guilty enough that she had to reach out to me, and I felt like
she
an
did.
asshole.
She felt so
I felt like
bad,
this was like
dude.
your biggest plot. Is you were like, "Oh, Zach's all upset now. You gotta text him and tell him, hey, I messed up." I feel like the only
She
I
did
know
that on her own.
I know that's from her heart, but I feel like you were there because you were trying to make a scene out of it all. Because I know the kind of guy you are, Pappa J.
Oh, you mean honest?
What? Is Zach's mad? Text him.
I didn't say that. She did that on her own.
Well,
No,
I
she said
I
it.
appreciate that she texted me. Let me
Right,
just
she
say that
reached out and
if
said,
I
"My
could replace
bad."
you with her, I totally wouldn't heartbeat because I feel like if she was
Hey,
on
you know what?
this
The
show,
ratings might go up.
I'm telling you, the ratings might go up. Our viewers more than 2. I'm telling you, every time we mention her name, our spike, it goes like this and it goes straight up through the roof. So she should come on the show and you should stay at home.
That's not
You
fair.
should plan your hair
second that.
appointments. You should plan your
Here,
vacations.
let's call her now.
And
see
I
if we can
bet,
get her-
let's call her up. I bet you anything she would skip everything for this show.
And then she wouldn't miss Tuesdays.
Why couldn't you do
She's
that?
very shy around the mic, man.
I don't know.
You never
well,
know.
when you're around, because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. I get it. She's got to go home with you.
You know what? She might have a lot of dirt. This show could really take off.
Right? I'm telling you. You
Oh,
just
she
stay
knows
at
where the
home
bodies
and
are buried.
she will sit in the chair and she will be what we need it to be.
She's ride or die. She knows where the bodies are buried.
Hey, perfect. Perfect. You go die and then she'll ride. All right? You hate BigLipRadio. Let's just say that.
No, I love it. So what I did is I took my wife up there on Tuesday when the show was on,
Yeah.
and we went to Black Box Gaming.
Okay, so you did what you could have done while you were here.
Yep.
Well, no, Black Box Gaming's all the way up there.
Are you kidding
And-
me?
And
There's always eBay.
the first Nintendo games came in a black box.
That's
So
what-
those are known as NES black box games.
So the Nintendo games did, or the Sega games? Because I remember
No,
getting
Nintendo. Sega did too, but they're not known as black box games.
Gotcha.
The NES, those first games are known as black box
I did not
games.
know that. That's a
I don't
good
remember
bit-
them being
bit of
black. I
history.
thought they were like a dark gray.
All right, nope, black.
That's what
black.
I thought. I didn't think they came in box.
Type in your phone
Yeah,
black
yeah.
box
Mhm.
games. And see what
Usually
pops
when
up.
I got like a regular Nintendo game, I remember being in a
Those are the
cardboard.
early ones.
I remember being in a cardboard box, and when you opened the box, it was just the game you pulled out of there,
right,
like a
the
Zelda. This
instruction and a little
little
disc cover.
slide that you could
Right.
slide the NES cartridge in. Is that the black box you're referring
Nope,
to? That little plastic
it's
sleeve?
it's the actual. He's slowly.
That's
Eric's
fine.
slowly
All
pulling
right,
it
all right,
up.
all right.
Black box games. Those are black box
But
games.
they had.
You're right.
and all the early
Oh,
ones came
okay.
in.
Yeah, now it makes sense. But we
Okay.
knew the images that are on the faces.
Like I said, I was looking at this Zelda one right here,
which is gold.
which is gold. I mean, you guys, I'll show you right. You can't see it on your phone. You got a high quality phone there, Eric. Good. Maybe we should all get on
Is
board
that
with
like a
that.
3-year-old
iPhone.
No, it's brand new.
Pixel?
It is. The screen brightness is so high, it showed it up to the camera, and it was just a white screen of death.
That's a Moto G stylus.
Okay, so you went to Black Box Gaming up in
Right.
Prescott.
Right. Awesome place.
How much did you buy?
I ended up spending $126.
$100.
She made me.
Wait.
She
Was that
made me.
was that just on the Atari?
No, the Atari was only
Only.
$65.
The Atari.
It
Is this the original Atari?
Atari.
No, he bought the one that's
7800.
got like no games.
Oh, the is it a
I think
Go ahead.
there was like 53 games that were released for it. You're right. It doesn't have
It's
a
hard
deep
to find
library.
stuff for it.
And it's also backwards compatible to all the 2600 games.
So you have that whole library. Now, was this a remake console, or was this the OG original without a box, possibly, console?
It was without a box. It was made in like 1986.
Okay, so it was the OG.
And the NES came out at about the same time and was just that much better, and ended up burying it. But,
Well, that and Atari had some issues with some of the games they were coming out with.
right. And but it came with pole position 2. It came with 2 controllers, the deck, all the wiring hookups. Back then it was.
So you just
like,
got one game?
one game came with it. $65.
I know.
The game that came with it? The game that came with it was $65.
No, the whole thing.
The whole thing?
thing, including the game,
Oh, wow.
$65.
That's actually not bad.
Right.
For that's your nostalgia. My nostalgia starts at the NES.
Right.
So
Right, yours would be the NES.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing Spider-Man and the Sinister Six. You had a top loader, by the way. Those things are going for $120.
yeah.
You can't touch a top loader.
It's really cool. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's in that closet behind you where all the pictures fell
you
on your
still
head.
have a top loader?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I got all of my old stuff, dude. I have it all. One thing that I love my grandmother for, your mom, which you absolutely despise and hate because you don't even tell her Happy Mother's Day.
She got to get a hold of herself.
I have all that stuff. She was a collector, my friend.
Right, she
I got
wasn't
some
like, oh,
Beanie
none of
Babies
it.
from her. She ended up giving me these tubs when we first moved out here. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to go sell these because I have 4 kids already and I'm 16 years old. I need child
Right.
support money. So I didn't know. I kept them, and those are the few things that I have. The Sega that I have is original from when I was a child. The Super Nintendo, all that good stuff. You went to Black Box Gaming, Bud, right?
Right.
Did you do anything else?
Well, wait
no,
a minute.
because
He said he spent $120-something.
Right.
This
And
is only 60.
Ooh.
now I got. You're gonna like this. I got Uncle Fester's Adventure on the
Oh,
NES.
he's such an asshole.
I
The
did,
only
too.
friend of yours that shows up, you call him onto. Now I know why he doesn't show up. You call him late, and Uncle
Sorry, I
Fester.
slashed his tires on the way in.
That's fine.
man.
I'll get the other 2.
and
Let's just break his other foot.
Pro-Am RC Racing,
Yeah.
$5. Whoa, that was nice. Then I got a few Game Boy Advance games, a couple
Okay.
of DS games. Just some things kind of fill in, and
Did you talk to him about sponsorship, getting on the show, commercials?
they're too far away.
So we can still.
Too far. We already got Fallout games.
Fallout Games is my favorite game store, by the way. Let me just put that out there. I would never deceive you guys and go to Black
Dude,
Box Gaming,
Fallout Games is
Pink
pretty
Gorilla
awesome.
Gaming's, One Up Games, which this cheater has. He's cheating on you. Hey, if you're from Fallout Games and you're watching, Love me, not him.
I go
Yep.
check everybody out, so that way I know for a fact that Fallout Games is the best.
You're
see?
so smart sometimes. Oh my gosh.
That way I know I'm not selling my soul to the devil.
Pick it
I'm
up real
telling
quick.
you, you
Well,
go.
Dude, they got a
Fallout
great
Games.
selection there.
I'm
They do,
just
it's
so
huge.
you got the games from Black Box Gaming.
Right.
What'd you do after that?
Now I'm still recouping with my bad foot.
So you hooked it up to the TV at the hotel room?
Dude, I almost did.
What? You didn't?
I thought you would have.
No.
Dude. How,
Nope. I waited till I got home, and I had my Nintendo DS so I could play my Game Boy Advance. It's a DS Lite, so I could play my Game Boy Advance and DS games that I just picked up.
Yeah.
And I kicked back with my foot up, watching horror movies and playing DS and reading comic books.
So what was your chick doing?
So great. Who? Oh no! What she was doing, she was providing orgasms.
Like handies or like
Everything easy.
let's take you to the game store because that's the only orgasm you can seem to get. You take the one person at the game store that can give you other types of orgasms,
Yeah.
and you don't take us. I'm caught up on this big time. I don't
Right,
know why
well-
I'm stuck on that because we have a sponsor that's a game store,
Right.
and you want nothing to do with us and him at the same time. It's
Yep.
either him or nothing.
I'm sorry. You want to go to the store with me? Let's go to Fallout
dude.
Games.
You never ask. You never ask, and I don't know when you're ever going until we do Big Up Radio, and you're like,
I was
I went
just
to
there."
Black Box. Yeah, I was just there.
No, it's usually a spur of the moment
And
decision.
then we ask you to
Well-
bring over the stuff to show us, and you're like, I left it at home.
Right? We're like, show us, dude.
it's-
I want to see it. We
Remind you
we
5
take
times.
interest in you, notice, but you don't take interest in us.
It's hooked up to the TV. I got my wire man.
Oh, right,
going,
right. Dude, it's one wire.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one wire.
It's one wire. The 7800 is one wire.
and you got to turn it in. It's
Uh-huh.
threaded. It's that's a pain in the ass.
Doesn't matter.
It sucks.
This has the that jack on it, the coax jack.
The coax jack,
Yes, it
right?
has it.
And meanwhile, I'm dealing with a TV that doesn't even have a stand underneath it. I just got it braced up against
But
the
you
wall.
got a woman providing orgasms in other areas. What are you worried about?
Huh?
What are you worried? See, it doesn't sound like you're worried about too much, and it sounds like you're not worried about Big Up Radio either. Just keep hating Big Up Radio. I'll keep getting your tattoos, by the way. Remember, this one on my wrist, for those of you out there, should have been his tattoo because he lost a bet of some sort. I don't remember the bet, but I took it up, and because we had the tattooer all lined up, and he backed out at the last second. She came in and literally tattooed my
I
forearm.
can't remember what happened. I think I had an AIDS scare. I don't remember what
You
happened.
had something. You were just scared all in general. Your foot was fine. Everything was all hunky-dory. And
That one right there.
you just hate us. Just say that. Just say that.
My license plate on my Harley Davidson says BLR.
Only because that's when you used to be into it. And now you're not.
Big Lip Radio is the best show on the planet. That's why I'm here, and that's why.
Butt loose rejects. That's what your BLR stands for. Jeez. That's all you care. It's not. You just say that.
You can't give them ammo to use against us.
But
the
loose
people who
rejects.
listen to us are horrible.
Well, normally BLR would stand for Big Up Radio, but you
Right.
hate us. The only reason why you got that, I've seen you spell it out too. Right on your insurance. Yes, prove it if it ain't true. Prove it. Dude, I don't know.
We gotta move on.
You just got to take us. You got to take all of our junk. You did have a doctor update on your decaying
Oh
foot. I
my
wanted to get to
God,
real quick.
Monday,
They're gonna take it off.
I went to the doctor, and I said, "Okay, man."
Yeah.
He goes, "You're still limping." I said, "Yeah."
Your condom neck's shrinking. You're
That's-
still limping. Your belly's shrinking.
That's not good when your doctor's like, "You're still limping."
Your
Yeah,
liver
dude.
spot's getting bigger. You're still limping.
There's liver spots coming off day after tomorrow.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that.
He probably
take care of
said,
that
"Hey,
cancer."
that's probably half the weight on your body right there. Get rid of that sucker. It's hanging off your face."
So anyway, he's like, "Well, where does it hurt?" And I said, "Well, see under that little toe? It's right here. If this was my toe."
Yeah.
I said, you see that big lump?" He goes, "Oh yeah, look at that." He goes, "That's a bunch of scar tissue. We gotta break that up." So he pulls out a 6-foot long square rusty needle, and he fills that baby up to the brim. And
So he
then
sticks it in your foot and pulls it out, or he pulls something out of a container and sticks it in your foot?
No, he pulls something out of a container, and then he hits my foot with the liquid nitrogen to numb it up real good.
The LN2? That's what we use at work to
Right.
freeze parts to make things fit.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's shoe fits.
And then he
We have to wear special suits to handle that stuff at work, and he's just spraying it on your foot.
right on my foot.
That's
man.
how decaying your foot is. Just chop it off.
Then he shoves that thing down into my foot from the top to get to that ball of scar tissue on the bottom. Drops that plunger, and I'm doing everything I can to stay in that effing chair. Oh my
you just
God. Every part of my body squirming.
Did you
except
scream
for the
or
foot.
anything?
I
Like,
laughed.
remember at the beginning of the show, you're like, "Hey!" Before I pointed at you, and you scared the hell out of me. Was
You
that
know,
how you were?
It's gonna be like Mr. Deeds. It's gonna be all black and
I
yellow.
laughed. I had tears coming out of my eyes. So I'm like, oh my God, that's it. That's a good one right there.
That's a spot, Doc.
Yeah, I got
You're
tears
better than my wife.
coming out of my eyes. Oh my God. So he hit me up with two more weeks of disability, and the disability guys are dumbasses.
Let's just remind everybody what you've said past episodes. You specifically said you're going to drag this on until Christmas.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I did. I was joking.
Well, this is
Nope.
what happens when you drag it on to Christmas. You get
Yeah.
weird square 6-inch needles stuck in your foot.
And B, I didn't have these problems with the other foot. The other foot was a dream.
He's definitely milking this, don't you think?
Yeah.
Can't
I
you
wish
fit
I was
that?
milking it.
Prescott.
You could probably put that right. You went on vacation
Yeah.
with his busted foot and played video games.
That's
The
not
same thing which
disability.
he does at home every day, by the
Yeah,
way.
you could.
I don't get to play
You
at
do
home
work.
every day because I
Yes.
got to keep my foot up because it swells up. You know how swollen up my foot gets just sitting here doing this show? You're lucky I'm here today.
Not so, yeah, because
Yeah,
you
'cause
hate
you-
Big Up Radio. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
He'd
Thanks
be
for
at home
proving-
putting it up, playing
right?
video games.
He'd be
so-
at home with his foot up playing video games.
Well,
but you know it's better than Pappa
I-
J's disgusting
Wait,
Look,
king
his
foot.
one game.
I may hate Big Lip Radio, but there's one thing I love.
Snack time!
Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
Greatest show in the world.
Woo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is me, Zmunny, and we're here to make nothing besides bacon pancakes. Just kidding. I wish we had bacon pancakes. It smells like breakfast in here, honestly. Now that I'm sniffing around this game room, it smells like corn dogs and eggs and bacon.
Right.
Oh,
That
actually,
egg was me burping.
oh, disgusting. But we're here to try snacks, ladies and gentlemen. Pappa J has got a snack in his hand, and what we do is we review probably seasonal snacks if it's that time of season. If not, we find things we haven't tried before, pop them in our goal, give you a score between 1 and 5.
Late provided today's snacks.
Man.
He did. He chipped in, and I appreciate that so much. And you know why he provided snacks?
Why?
Because he loves BigLipRadio.
Like
And,
me.
when
Dude,
have you brought in a
Do that
snack?
box.
When's the last time you brought in a snack, Pappa J?
Dude, check these out.
I believe last October, I think I brought in the Reese's peanut butter bats.
I think you're 100%
See,
correct.
see, I almost think we should save these to last because these look like the best.
The box of boogers. You're
Box
about
of
to.
boogers. This is disgusting, man. It's a gummy candy. It smells like boogers.
Well, is it those ones that smell and taste the way they look, or is it just they smell funky? Oh, are they all different flavors?
They are.
Let's read this box.
Dude, it
here.
looks like lemon lime.
You
That-
got
that was snot.
artificially flavored snottermelon,
Oh,
sour green boogie, and slime apple.
oh, this is disgusting.
Dude, these are the best boogers I've ever
You
had.
gotta try each flavor: the light green, and then the dark green, and then the yellow. Whoa! I just almost lost them on the floor. I almost pulled a mic
Did you
to
just
neighbor.
snot all over yourself?
I'm gonna put these back, even though I have COVID. 'cause
You
I-
think it's funny, but it's snot.
oh, dad jokes. You're so lame. You're so lame.
Oh, the kids love it.
The snottermelon is the dark green. Let me try that one. They don't look much different. Hey, that's actually not. Whoa.
Yeah, they're,
Fun little gummy flavors in disgusting shapes.
This is good. The watermelon one, the snottermelon.
Yeah.
That let me try this sour green boogie. Hey, that's not bad either. Let me try the slime apple. Oh my goodness!
yeah.
I feel like I could eat that whole pack right now.
Yeah, it's gummies. Ain't nothing wrong with gummies.
So
it's
you
just
should-
disgusting.
What do you
Yeah.
before you? Hey, I
Before you
noticed
open it,
something.
you got to show them.
I noticed something.
Right.
You and Late, Pappa J and Late, are always into running through the snacks. I need to savor it, my friends. Let it sit in the back of your palate for a second, and then give it a score, because we're about to try so many other things right now.
Right. We do have a few.
What score would you give that, Pappa J?
3.5 out of 5.
Really?
It was a disgusting premise.
Nick, and I don't know about you yet.
I thought
Eric.
these
You
looked
look
good
better.
enough. I bought all they had at the store.
You did?
Yeah.
How many packs?
2.
It just goes to prove my statement correct. You guys are hungry. What do you give the score, Eric?
I like these. These are 4.
You know what?
What do you think, Z?
All these flavors are really good, and I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna get disgusted.
They're not like overly strong.
Like the Bean Boozled ones, where you get the cat piss flavor,
Right.
and it tastes like actual cat
Oh,
piss
remember
smells.
that? Oh, my
The booger looks
God.
good. It's got a good look to it.
It's not. I didn't even look at them honestly. I just kind of plopped them in. Maybe that saved me from some of the humiliation. But dude, I'm gonna have for candy, gummy candies. I'm gonna have to give those a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a reason why you bought all those packs they had left. What are you opening up next, Pappa J?
What we have here is Vampire Bites
Ugh.
Gummy Teeth.
Ugh, those look like dentures, dude.
Right? They look like dentures. I don't see any fangs on them.
Like something my little daughters could actually wear. Yeah, little vamp. Oh,
man.
Can you wear them? Or are they just... Oh, gosh. Your teeth are going to fall out, Pappa J. I see him already disconnecting. He's got him in. That's a good idea. Now,
What flavor is this?
let's look at the back here. I don't think it tells us the actual flavor of these.
I think
There.
it's just
It's
a gummy
natural
flavor.
It says candy gummy teeth. That's no joke what it says on the front.
You know, when I was looking at these,
And
I thought
it does look like dentures with
I thought these
gum
were gonna
lines
be
and
terrible.
everything.
you got to get it up in your upper lip.
I got big teeth.
You do have big pillow-sized teeth.
I can't. I got big lips too.
Hence Big Lip Radio.
That's right. That's where we got the name from. There he goes. It's so good. You know what? I don't like this flavor. This, no joke, tastes like costume makeup. Like if I got costume makeup on the side of my face and my mouth.
It is a very generic gummy flavor.
What would it be? Strawberry if I had to pick one?
Maybe if you twisted my arm, I'd say it's strawberry, but it's just a very generic flavor,
Yeah.
and it does taste almost like the bubble gum that you would get in the old card packs if you're old enough to remember back when trading cards
Zebra
had
stripes.
bubble gum.
You know, these
The zebra stripe bubble gum.
I thought these
Maybe.
were gonna have a really bad flavor, but they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I would say at first, when you first bite into it, maybe it's because of the way they look. Oh, let me just show you guys what one of these looks like. No joke, it looks like a
Like teeth.
denture.
Right, I
Just-
give it a 3 out of 5, man.
It's not better than the last gummies
No,
we had.
no, not at all.
But
It's another disgusting idea, not executed quite as well.
yeah.
If you don't care about the look, I could see pounding this bag down.
I give it a 3 out of 5. I think the look plays a big factor in that because I don't really want to be eating teeth.
Right, something about teeth F's me
I
up.
think when I
Yeah,
bite
but you know
into
what?
it,
If you leave them out, nobody's gonna touch them. So you're like, haha, they're mine.
right.
That was
I
my thought.
Maybe if MTN was here, he'd be down in that whole bag. Who knows?
That was my thought back when I was,
spicy.
when I was drinking Mad Dog 2020. Everyone's like, "Why do you drink that shit?" I'm like, "Look,
It's fast.
I can
and
set
goes-
it down on the counter, go take a piss, come back, and ain't nobody messed with it." Mm-hmm. That is a
And that's
good
true.
product.
And
right
when you
there.
have kids, you specifically look for those kind of snacks that they don't eat. So whether they're bad or good,
Right.
it'll last you a long time.
Right, what do you got, Z?
I'm gonna stick with my score of 3 out of 5 on those last gummy snacks. We all gave our scores.
All right.
4.
Ooh,
Eric
look
gave
at
it a
that.
4. Okay. And you gave it a 3, Pappa J.
Yep.
What I got here is limited edition, which doesn't mean new. It just means probably seasonal.
Whoa. Does that say what I think it says?
Yes, it's Donuts Caramel Crunch Mini Donuts.
Hostess
Oh,
Donuts.
I almost thought it said Captain Crunch. I'm like, ooh, Captain
That would
Crunch
be a good
donuts.
idea too. You could be a genius there.
Right.
Well, I just took the
Nice.
seal off. Okay, let's just.
Hey, have you guys been gorging on the monster cereals as I have?
No,
Blueberry,
honestly,
chocolate? Really?
No, I think I'm
They're
burnt
all
out. I used to live with you at one point. That's all
Right.
you used to get was all the blueberries and Count
As soon
Choculas.
as they showed up in the store, that's all that's in the house.
For those of you
they
who are
should
watching, you're in for a real treat right now.
A blueberry flavored Pop-Tart, man.
Oh,
You
you
get
have
one of
one?
those.
You
No,
got
they
the.
should make one.
See, we're so smart.
Right.
Why don't we come up with this stuff?
Frankenberry Pop-Tart, Count Chocula Pop-Tart. I would do it.
Well, let's just say Donuts, the Hostess, those donuts are really good all the time. They're always moist. They're always crisp.
Right.
This bag's been sitting up here for about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks.
Tastes fresh.
And
as a
I was going to
daisy.
say, and they're still soft. I was expecting something a little hard, maybe some jokes to come out of this, but I don't know.
This is really more of a coffee cake than a donut. This will go really great with coffee.
Oh, I'm beer. Perfect. Perfect.
Right for-
a heavy kilt lifter type of beer.
Right.
A Scottish style amber ale. Oh my goodness. That's not bad, dude.
No, it's not. It's pretty good.
I can taste the caramel. I can taste everything that it says in here, which is just caramel and donut. So,
Right.
Dude, if I went to Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts, I don't think there's anything that they offer that can compete to something without
Along
being
this line, you're right.
without being so sweet. You can only take half of it in or
Right.
one of it in. I feel like I could down this whole pack.
It's a wonderful coffee cake, don't it?
Yeah, 4 out of 5 for sure, dude.
Right, I agree. 4 out of 5. Late, man, what do you think? As he's drinking on his soda.
Oh, they're pretty good. Those are tasty.
Those aren't bad.
Out of 5?
I'll do a 3. I like the gummies more than I like the donuts.
Wow.
Both the gummies compared, you like them?
I like them more than the donuts.
All right, I think we're going to save the drink for next week, by the way. For those of you who are wondering, here's a little teaser. It's the Ultra Watermelon Monster flavor.
Dude, you missed out.
Smack time.
Oh, yes.
Last week's drink was so good.
Last week's
What,
drink.
the beer fest?
No, not the beer fest. We had the
Arizona tea.
Yep.
It was an Arizona spin-off, a special limited edition
Really?
of Arizona tea, but it was called
light lemonade or something like that.
It was
perfect.
It wasn't bad at all. But of course, we were drinking beer and alcohol the whole time.
Yeah.
So I think it mixed well with that. And what mixed well with this show is a few words from our sponsor. We'll catch you guys on the other side.
I'm the most violent man on television.
Spark it up and keep it lit.
Impact Zone Wrestling returns Saturday, November 21st to Sun Studios of Arizona. Join us as Big Lip Radio presents NAV 30, brother, celebrating 30 years of the Navajo Warrior. Get your tickets at izwrestling.com and tune in to Big Lip Radio for match updates.
And the reign of chaos begins.
Oh man,
What's up?
I just beat my last video game.
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
Yeah, I just beat Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I beat them all.
Are you sure you've beat them all?
Well, no.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself down to Fallout Games in Tempe, North Phoenix, Paradise Valley, or the Mesa location. They specialize in all the old school video games. Or you can go to falloutgames.net and see what they got online as well. But it's best to go to the store location. You get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
Hey, this is Drab T-shirt from the Big O and Duke Show and the Junkies in Washington, D.C. And I listen to Big Lip Radio after I've listened to everything else on the internet. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Rally the Horde, The Minority Report, Hard Times and Weirdness, Joe Rogan, Play to Win Radio with AWOD.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, it is me, Zmunny, hosting the Nostalgia segment. If you haven't figured out what nostalgia is by now, I don't know what to tell you. We go over nostalgic things, which includes movies, video games, and many other things like that. Music as well might be a new feature. But this week, we're doing a movie. We changed it up for a little while. We used to do video games. Guess the video game, where I provided one audio clue that's about 30 seconds long, and your goal was to guess the game. Well, this time we're doing movies, and since it's Halloween theme or Halloween, we're gonna keep it that theme. Ooh. Your goal is to guess the movie based off a 30 to 60 second clip that I provide you guys. Last week we had an all right one. I'm pretty sure Mike the neighbor knew what this one was, but let's go ahead and listen to last week's clue and review it. And if you guys think you know it, go ahead and shout the answer out.
Excuse me, Professor, but your guests have begun to arrive, and supper shall be served shortly.
Okay, thanks, handyman.
Well, I'm actually the caretaker. Oh, aren't those cool new skates? Now, you be careful with those. You don't want to fall and break something.
Oh, that's funny. That's real funny. Let me give you a hand.
Well, that's awful kind of you. How about you give me a standing ovation?
Why don't you lift me up?
Oh,
strong hand.
Okay, I see where you're going with this one. You look familiar to me. Were you in Stomp?
Hey, you can kiss my grits.
I think I'll be the bigger man now and walk away. Walk away.
I'll go and change for dinner.
Okay.
I'll see you shortly.
Sounds good. I'll just run upstairs and jump into my jogging suit. I'll be right down.
I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh! If you don't understand the context, maybe that didn't mean anything to you. But one dude's in a wheelchair, one has a little small hand. So that's what they were talking about. This movie is Scary Movie 2.
Aha!
And I didn't expect you to get number 2, but if you were correct on all of our social media, all you got to do is go write the name of the movie, and I'll DM you, and you win a great prize from the Big Radio Prize Vault.
I was wrong. I have seen that.
Yeah, Scary Movie 2. It 5.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, 2 out of 5 on Common Sense Media, and 89% of Google users liked it. Release date was July 4th, 2001. Budget was $45 million, and the box office was $141 million. So it was a really funny movie. It was a comedy horror, people in a mansion, and that scene specifically was one of the people who was keeping hold of the security of the house, and the butler essentially going back and forth with one another.
Now, while I hate comedy horror such as Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland,
yeah,
I love spoof movies. So the scary movies.
How have you not seen this one then?
I have seen it.
He just didn't remember it. He saw it probably once, kind of like I did
right.
with the movie at the beginning of the show.
Because the production values are high. The creatures
the
in there
cast
are
is
scary.
so good, man.
And they are very funny.
It's
I
not
love
bad.
spoofs movies, and it made me laugh.
It was good. I wouldn't put it in my top 10 movies of all time, but it made me chuckle. And
I can't even watch Evil Dead because I don't like
See, that's messed up. That's one of the
comedy
good
horror.
ones.
all right. Well, I thought Shaun of the Dead was even more comedic relief
Right.
from Dawn of the Dead, right? Is that what it was? What did you just say?
Shaun of the Dead was a comedy. I mean, the name spoofs Dawn of the Dead, but that's the
exactly.
only spoof it is. Other than that, it's just a dumb movie.
If you didn't get that last week's Movie Minute Review and you still didn't get a chance to guess, we have a brand new clip just for you. And all you got to do is go to all our social media, type the name of the movie anywhere, and I'll DM you. There's more than one winner every time. Just go ahead and type right. Hey, if you know
Loving
it now,
this.
if you know it now, dude, go ahead and type it in right now, and you could be the instant winner. And I'll
Make yourself
shoot you,
famous.
Yes. So let's listen to this week's brand new clue. Now, on this one, you guys, the host here, educated guess. If you know the movie, go ahead and shout and shimmer like you want. Just don't give the name away. Here we go.
Hi, Daddy. I know what happened.
I haven't been upstairs yet.
Yeah, but you know he's dead, right?
Yeah, apparently he's dead.
He's been pureed.
Listen, Daddy, I've got a proposition for you.
Blood
Very
everything's her
carefully,
dad. That's something.
Nancy,
I'm gonna go and get the guy who did it. And I want you to be there to arrest him when I bring him out, okay?
just tell me who did it. I'll go get him, baby.
And only I can get him. It's my nightmare he comes to.
I cut that part
Just
out.
come here and break the door down in exactly 20 minutes. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
That'll be exactly midnight. Time enough for me to fall asleep and find him.
Nostalgia.
Oh, good stuff.
Yes. Do you have any idea what that movie is, Eric? No? Papa J knows.
Yeah, I do. It's one of my faves.
It's one movie I've already watched. We kind of discussed it a little bit earlier show.
Right.
It depends on if you were paying attention or not, but if you think you know the name of that movie, go to podcast at BigLipRadio.com for those who are old school and still like the email, or just go to at BigLipRadio on all the social media. Or if you're watching right now, name the movie. Then you could be a great winner of some great prizes.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, I have not been a winner of any great prizes, Papa J.
Well, this week?
Yeah, this last week.
It's been a rough week, brother.
Ever since last Wednesday, right after the podcast last week, I got some information from you the next morning, Wednesday morning.
Right.
And it was, hey, read this news article. And unfortunately, this news article was one of our boys. I don't want to give names out. Our brother, who's been on this podcast, I think once or twice in the background.
Once or twice,
for sure,
definitely by phone.
comes out to visit. Family member. He's my cousin for sure. But we grew up.
My nephew.
We grew up as brothers. It was he ended up getting into a very serious motorcycle accident. and one that kind of took all of our breath away. And it was
Right.
It was something we didn't expect, but we did, because we both lived pretty crazy. We were snowboarding off the roof of our house onto our trampoline when we were younger. We used to go four-wheeling up hills that we shouldn't be going four-wheeling up.
All the times I trusted my life to that boy, as I'm on the back and the front wheels are looking at the sky.
Telling you,
wow,
this
knows what he's doing.
This guy has a sense of humor. This guy has everything about him that a friend or a family member could ever want. He was loyal.
Right.
And he made sure to come see us. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was
right. He would pop in every 4, 5, 6 years.
He would, and he gave us. It's weird to think about this, but I had just talked to him the week before this had happened on text message. He sent us our live on air studio sign a couple weeks before that.
Crazy.
And we're gonna end up dedicating our studio in his name and honor. So I'm not worried about his name specific, but others maybe. I'll let you keep your discretion if you want to. If not, but
I'm not gonna be too discreet.
The name of the new Big Up Radio Studios, we're gonna call it the Tanner Studios.
Right.
Is that cool?
Right.
You go with that?
Yep.
I know I came up with it. So every time we say anything, it's gonna be we're gonna go to the Tanner. It's in his honor and his memory, and he's still here. That's the thing. I want to remember this guy because he's not physically with me right now.
Right.
He can't be here, and he lives in another state. So I understand the difficulty it is to get somewhere when you live in another state. Motorcycle accident.
It was a horrible motorcycle accident. He has not been awake since.
It's hard for me to talk about right now.
He's had part of his skull removed to make room for swelling.
Yes.
There was a successful surgery today. Two spots of his spine were broken shoulder, broken jaw.
Yes,
severe
3 places
head
in
trauma.
his jaw. I mean, it's very serious. When we say serious, we don't exaggerate because we're not really serious people. So I feel like when that word serious comes up, it actually means it. It's hard to talk about because I want to just call him up right now and be like, yo, dude, tell him what happened.
Right.
It's not one of those accidents, man.
No. No, I'm hoping in 6 weeks he calls me up and he goes, "Hey, Pappa J, man, what do you think, man? Should I get back on a Sportster or what should I get on?" You know,
Yeah.
I would love to hear. We'd been texting since March when he got his Suzuki Marauder.
Oh, really?
He was texting me, "Hey, look at what I got. Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I had a Suzuki Intruder. Same engine, same tranny. You're going to love it, blah, blah, blah."
Something in common.
Right, and we text back and forth about every week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about getting a 99 Sportster." I'm like, "Oh, my God, Sportsters are
You're
the
my new
best."
favorite nephew. Screw Zach. Screw Z-Money. You're my new favorite.
I said, "Yeah, man, go get it. How much, man?" And we talked about it and all that, and he ended up getting that Sportster.
Yeah.
And that's what he was riding last Tuesday night.
But I'm pretty sure he just picked it up from getting a couple things done at the shop. How it happened is irrelevant right now.
Right now we don't know.
Nobody knows. But even if we did, it doesn't matter.
Have you seen the bike? The bike looked decent in the news pictures.
Well,
usually the front tire is the first thing that's bashed into the case.
I saw what you saw in these pictures, and it's all bundled up and balled up at this point in time. So I don't know where the legalities of this is going to go or anything of that nature, but I do know a lot of people are devastated. He affected a lot of people's lives. There was a Caring Bridge Journal, and when you go on that, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching and following. And this person Tanner has impacted so many people's lives. When he's out here, man, he's not. When he's not out here, he's here. It feels like because he just gave us that sign. We talked to each other every weekend at least 3 or 4 times throughout the week. He's my brother, man, and it is sad.
And it's not something you're saying now because an accident happened. This is how it is.
It's how we've always been. And I had to make an emergency trip out, to see him essentially. And unfortunately, I could not because with the crisis that's going on, COVID,
you're not allowed in the ICU.
One person is allowed, and I was warned ahead of time, so no harm, no foul. I didn't expect to go out there and see him, but I got to spend a lot of time with a lot of good family that I was missing out on. It'd been, I think, 9 years since the last time I went out there.
I think 11, dude.
Yeah.
I think it was Jenny's wedding was the last time
I
we were
may
out
or may
there.
not have seen them beforehand because they've come out to visit or something of that nature. I can't remember off the top of my head. all I know is there was a long period of time, and it's weird how things like this bring people together. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it doesn't have to go for everybody. It's just the feeling that I had. Just the fact that people came out thousands in droves to comment on this Caringbridge journal that's so graciously being updated by his mother and father.
Right.
I went out there, and I think I categorized it as this. Mentally, it was hard.
Right.
Like, really tough. Emotionally, people were looking for an outlet of happiness. And physically, it was a vacation.
Any kind of distraction.
Yeah. And of course, you'd want to have one of those when something like that happens. It was I hate saying this, but it was a great trip. I got to reconnect with people. I got to hang out with they would be my second cousins, but I call them my nephews.
Right.
Because they're so young. They don't even understand second cousins. They understand uncles and stuff like that.
Right. And Jenny and Tanner are more brother and sister than cousin.
Of course. So, I would say the nephews, when I was down there, they were playing Fortnite, and I was just hanging on. This tugged at my heartstrings real hard. The oldest of them looked at me, and he's like, "Hey, you know what, Uncle Zach?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You remind me of Tanner." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." That's all he had to say. And he proceeded to go on why. And he's like, you talk like him. I mean, he says, he tells me, because I was watching him play games, so I was hooting and hollering with him. And he's like, you say fucking A. He's like, I don't know why you don't just say ass with it, but it's something Tanner does too. You already said the first bad swear word, so I don't know why you don't say the second one. And then he's like, you kind of look like him too, the longest type hair, except for you have holes in your ears. And
right.
He's like, it's like you guys are brothers, and that kind of like tugged at my heartstrings, so I had to go to the bathroom and cry into the toilet because I'm such a sloppy mess at that point. I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid thinks I miss his Uncle Tanner, and it was just an honorable moment for me because not too many people can fill this gentleman's shoes. He's got videos that he's been sending to people, and he sends different videos to everybody. I have to post one if I get permission to. I don't want to go across that line if it's not allowed. But one of them was called the shoulder shirt. It's called the shoulder shirt. No joke. He takes a video of him and he says, "Hey, I won't. Don't worry. I'm not gonna forget you guys when this gets big. But if you're looking for something that's not quite full shirt, but you still need that tan under the shoulders, because you know how when you go outside, normally the first thing to get sunburned is your shoulders."
Right.
He's like, "I got the perfect solution for this." And then he holds his camera out in front of him and he zooms down and he's like, "It's called the shoulder shirt." And it looks like he ended up just ripping, like Hulk ripping the whole bottom part of his shirt off, and the shirt's just up to his, like, above his nipples and his shoulders and arms and sleeves. It's called the shoulder shirt. And it just characterizes this person's personality so well. And obviously, when I go out there, not only is it just me going out there, it's a lot of other things going out there. It's drama, it's bad personalities, it's good personalities, it's good questions, it's bad questions, it's my sisters using excuses, me specifically saying that the only reason why they couldn't go out there is because they're saving up money for me to have a plane ticket to go out there, which is completely false and inaccurate. And then there's other drama, which, by the way, I've confronted them about, and we've hashed it out. There's no hard feelings there if they're watching right now. But it was just, in that moment, it's like, what the heck? And people were relying on me for updates, like, you know, because I was the inside guy. Like, I was there. I was at the front line. I was able to get things that people weren't able to get, or assumingly, on the Caringbridge Journal. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way at the time. And unfortunately, it caused Pappa J and myself to come up with a whole text message spat while I was out there.
Oh, we were going off.
So not only was it me and my sisters just dealing with that drama, it was also me and Pappa J. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, why can't I just go do this without any drama? Now, Pappa J, I don't know if you want to emphasize on this, because you were...
Oh, I've got some things I need to talk about.
Go ahead. You were directly involved in that portion of the drama that I'm talking about. So not only is all this other stuff happening, but Pappa J and myself are popping off and happening.
Now, I can tell you were under stress. Everybody knows I'm under stress.
That's to be expected, though.
And, I mean, I was texting him. We talked all kinds of shit about motorcycle safety. Now, once I say wear a helmet.
Oh,
and I can't even say I regret not saying that because I wouldn't say that. That's not something I would say. It's not something I do.
So you're meaning that didn't come up at all?
No, helmets didn't come up at all in our text. All kinds of safety stuff, but nothing about helmets.
Yeah.
But and I don't think that will go unnoticed by members of the family who
just
have access to that phone and those text messages. Now, I didn't go up there.
Yeah. Can I tell you something though before
Sure.
we go on? Just know family members do have access to that phone, and I'll tell you because I'm like probably one of the most honest persons in this family, and I'm the biggest loudmouth in our
Right.
family. Nothing was said about it.
Yeah, well,
it may be later on because they're worried about other things, but
she's
nothing.
patient.
Nothing. Okay, nothing was said about it, and you got your feelings.
She's patient. This boy's mother and I have been through.
Your brother and sister, you can
Right.
say that.
And we've been through some stuff, and I've forgiven some hellacious shit that she has said to me.
Oh, you even said the S word. It's real.
Right. It's real.
It's real.
It's real. And I didn't go up there because I know that drama's waiting.
Okay.
And if the eventuality happens and I'd have went up there with you, oh, now I got to dig up the money again to go back up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on top of risking the drama.
Well, just remember, I took 2 vacations within 2 weeks.
Right.
One of them was to go up there.
Right, but I mean, money's not flowing that lucratively around my house as we know I'm on disability right now, and I'm good with my money, so I can live on disability and pay all my bills.
Except for paying for frogs and kids.
Right.
But-
and 10,000 animals he's got in his house.
But right, so I got that's true.
He doesn't have to ask for time off.
So no, I don't have to do
he's
that.
got
I
up
got
until
that-
Christmas.
got
Remember,
that
he's gonna milk
space.
it.
Plane tickets are really cheap. You got any
They
more
were.
excuses?
They were.
But anyway, money's not flowing as freely as I like. So I text you. Now I gotta ask, when you got that straw up your ass that said, "Hey, if you were concerned, you could have come up here."
Yeah.
When did you start feeling that way? Before you left or after you got there and Devil Woman got into your head?
You said devil woman. Now,
Yes,
of course, your brother and
'cause she
sister.
is.
Your brother and sister. I
Right.
get it. Anybody hates and loves their brother and sister at different points in their life. But I'll tell you something.
Well, I love her. I just love her from a distance. I don't let her close enough to hurt.
I got you. And I guess she feels the same way, if that's fair.
I'm going to assume.
I don't know. You got to ask her.
The last thing we said to each other over text was she had started talking politics, and I don't back down.
Yeah.
And her response was, well, just know when the revolution happens, you and I won't be on the same side. My response was, I know. I'll be on the side with the guns.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
So you told your sister you're going to shoot her.
So this is the type of contentious relationship that we have with
I
each
believe
other.
it. I
Okay,
believe
so,
it.
so
Well,
hey,
it's normal for brother and sisters because I've put my brother through many of glass tables. I've hit my brother in the forehead. I've wanted to kill my brother, and I'm pretty sure he's wanted to kill me, and we've verbalized and physically expressed those needs. So I get it.
But
I get it.
But
the difference is me and my brother are still like best friends.
right, and her and I don't have that bond.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't have that bond.
I think it takes 2 to tango. So if one of you doesn't tango, then I think that whole insecurity of being enemies goes away.
Now,
But
if you watch,
that's a whole other subject. I want to answer your
here's-
question though.
Oh
that you
yeah,
asked
answer
me.
the question I asked.
I want to
please.
answer your question. When did I start getting that wild hair up my ass to kind of go off at you?
Yeah, if you wanted to know, you could have come up here.
I
When
didn't-
was that thought in your head?
Well, it was probably a Friday afternoon, if I remember correctly, either Friday or Saturday. No, Saturday afternoon, because we were playing. I was watching the other kids play video games, and I had gotten a text from you. I would say at around 11 o'clock.
5:30 in the morning. I texted you.
Your girl. Well, 5:30 in the morning. Your time is
Right.
7:30 my time.
But
right?
the length of time
You're right.
will still be the same.
Yes. So
I gave you 2 hours.
No, hold on. I got 3 text messages every 2 hours, which I understand. You're concerned. I get it.
I gave you 1 text message, and 2 hours later, I gave you another
and
text
then
message.
2 hours later.
3 hours later, I gave you another text message.
Okay, so a total of 7 hours. I got 3 text messages from this guy.
In a total of 7 hours, Eric, does that seem like too much considering his life is hanging in the balance?
I don't know. I would have just
Touch
called,
and go any moment.
I would have
Man,
just
there's
called
like
my
2 old ladies
sister.
right now.
I would have just said, "Hey, what the hell is going on?" But because first off, so that's when I got the hair up my ass. I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" Because I specifically told you I will let you know if anything happens. I will let you know if anything changes, especially anything detrimental. The last thing I want to do is keep any of my family out of this loop.
Yeah.
Now, I've done that. I've left your mother out of this loop because I leave that up to you.
Right.
And I left my sisters out of this loop, and I only communicated mostly with you and my brother, John. So I was like, why is he so intent? And then I sent you the message of, listen, I know how you are. Right.
I know what you do.
I think that's where we got wrong. I didn't have a hair in my ass until you came back and said, fuck the very next text. Can't you just fucking text me same? Remember that? I remember that.
How hard is it to say same old?
But you didn't just say that. You said,
Arizona?
how fucking hard is it? And I was like, oh, he's mad.
I said, how motherfucking hard is it?
At that point, I knew we had read each other wrong. And I was like, all right, this dude wants to go around. I was already in a different state of mind. I'm going to go around. But that's to answer your question, that's what set it off. You had read that initial text, I know how you are, which initially meant, I know you're worried and I know you're doing this. Let's just make it easy, and I'll text you if something different has changed. Didn't I say that very next text?
Now, check this out.
And then you
Eric.
went on. You got a wild hair up your ass, too.
Right.
You can't just point this at me.
Because the things you were saying were outrageous. Now, check this out.
Yeah.
I am sick and tired of being caught in the middle.
Yes.
Okay, now,
And I
check
was.
this out.
And
check
I
this
was.
out. Check this out.
Go
Okay,
ahead. Go
what
ahead.
about for that 2 years, for no reason at all, you didn't speak to my sister, the mother of Tanner, for 2 years, for no reason at all, Eric, and I had to be the guy in the middle fielding all the texts about, hey, what's up with Zach? I said, I don't know. He don't answer my texts either. You didn't mind me being in the middle then. You couldn't be in the middle for 5 hours?
Can I answer your question?
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
So, those 2 years, something did happen. Something serious happened.
All right, and none of it negates the fact that I was stuck in the middle and you didn't seem to mind.
Why didn't you tell her to call me? Like I
did. I always do.
Like,
try giving him a call, and the response is he doesn't answer.
That's not her
and she's
response
right.
because that's not true. Because I've answered her calls. And here's the thing: you call me, I'm gonna pick up or call you back. You text me, it's kind of like a voicemail. I may or may not get it. My voicemail box may be full. Like, I don't look at my phone and for my text messages. Now I'll sit there on our Discord and be involved every day, but I have all my notifications silent. So you say you were in the middle. I don't think I put you in the middle of that. You directly put me in the middle of this. Who you decide to be the devil, which I have a different opinion. Let's just keep that on record, which is fine.
Even though you didn't speak to her for 2 years, but go ahead.
That's fine. And
she's clearly not the devil woman.
I even unfriended her on Facebook. But what happens is, I feel like people get second chances, third chances, fourth chances when you're family. When you're family, you get a write-off. You tell me whatever you want. I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Whatever happened to Sticks and Stones? Because you keep mentioning things that have been said, but nothing's really been done besides you two just putting up your walls.
Well, there are some things you could say that can't be taken back.
I agree with that, but at the same time, when it's family, I feel like over time that
I gave her
heals.
a chance. When I came back from Desert Storm, and she was pissed because now I'm getting attention in our little shipwreck town of 700 people, and she's not. And she pulled me aside and explained to me how it would have been better had I died over there.
Well, same thing she told her sister.
That's one.
Yeah.
I never told her
No.
anything
Or
like
she told her sister.
Right.
Yeah,
right. That's one. So then, about 18 months later, I'm sober and I'm working on my 9th step.
Yeah.
And I call her up.
Yeah.
Okay, and there it is. That's it. Now, what she said to your mom about how this world would be a better place after cancer kicks her ass.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. You can't let something that venomous close into your life.
But here's the question. Why would I let that bother me? Because I've said so many harsh things to so many people, even at work, and I still go to work and I talk to them every day.
Because here's the thing. Okay, she's a devil woman. She's a devil child. She will turn, and she's brilliant at this. Everybody close to you that she's close to, she's awesome at turning them against you.
Yeah,
you don't need that kind of horse shit in your life.
Because
she doesn't.
Yeah,
That's why
here's the thing.
Nobody back there likes Mom because of her.
Bro, you have no room to stand on. You don't even call your mom and tell her Happy Mother's Day. In fact, what you do is you bring a Mother's Day gift for your mother-in-law to your mother's house and don't say shit about it.
However, I don't go to my mother-in-law and say, you know what, my mom sucks. You should go ahead.
But you went to your
hate
mother-in-law or you went to your mom's house and said, hey, you suck. This gift's for my mother-in-law.
I never said that.
You didn't have to. You showed it. You
I never
physically
said
did that. If I
However-
was grandma, that's a physical action. I'd be like, pss, pss, pss. If you came to my house and I was
You're
your
out of a
dad,
will.
if I was your dad, let's say
Right.
this role was reversed, and you had a stepdad because me and your mom got split up, and you came to my house with a gift for your father-in-law and didn't even say Happy
Right.
Mother's Day to me, I feel like that would be grounds for, and she kind of cut you out, which is the noise.
However, here's the difference.
But you get 1 week, 1 day a month.
Here's the difference.
Yeah.
Here's the difference.
That's a physical action.
Mine was out of stupidity. Mine
Yeah.
was not intention. There was no intention to her.
You say that
because
how does she know that?
Clearly, she didn't.
Well, she thought it was out of intention.
No, she didn't think it was out of intention. She knew it was out of. We've even talked about this. She knows it wasn't me intending to hurt her.
As long
I didn't go, well, I'm going to do this because it's going to hurt Mom. This will
Yeah.
teach her a lesson. There was none of that.
I don't know how
You
would
know
I
me.
know that?
Have I ever operated like that? Ooh, this is going to hurt somebody.
Not to
That'll
me,
teach-
but
to
I don't know-
anybody.
But I don't
You've
know.
known me your whole life, Z-Money.
But you specifically just got done saying you told your sister, I'm going to be on the other side of this war revolution with guns, which means you want to kill her.
That was a sarcastic remark stating that she'd be stupid to want a revolution when she doesn't believe in guns.
But do you believe
that was
in,
me making fun of
do
her
you believe in
side.
sticks and stones?
To a point, yes.
I believe in that. There's no point. It's either you believe in sticks and stones. You can't get hit
When
by half a stick and not get hurt.
But when someone uses their words to turn people against you,
Who's turned
that's
against
not
you?
sticks and stones.
turned
Everybody's turned against Mom.
Okay, you say mom. Who's turned against you is my question.
Nobody yet. You know why? I haven't let her in close since.
What's he talking about?
She doesn't have the closeness she needs to hurt me. I
Well,
have no.
She's only half a country away.
Right. I have no investment in anybody she's around.
Yeah.
That can hurt me.
I just don't understand that, and I said that in the text message
Well,
too.
I get it.
I was like, we don't see things the same, and I get it. That's what makes us different. And I don't expect you to see it any other different way. I'm picking your brain to find out why you would do that.
You
Because
were up there less than 12 hours already hating me.
I didn't hate you.
Because a devil woman.
I didn't hate you at all. You're not
Drama from
here-
a devil woman.
You think this is what you think. Okay, this is what I think you think happened. I think I went up there and she was just constantly talking fest against you and everybody else that was up here. Is that what you have? You have any?
In a passive aggressive manner, not an overt manner. She's so goddamn
Do you
good.
think that with her son being in the state he's in right now, that she gives a shit about any of you right now?
Nope.
Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
Bullshit.
You're
She
wrong.
doesn't give two shits.
You don't know-
And
you
if
don't know her.
If you think that, I feel like you also have the same type of heart and emotion she does, and I feel like it can bite me one day, which is why you hate BLR.
She's probably in a complete fog because her kid's in the.
Yeah,
kid's
that's
in the
exactly what
hospital.
it is. She
doesn't know what she's saying.
She not
She
once
doesn't know what's
mentioned
going on. She doesn't
anything
know to eat.
about my brother, who also has an awful, I'll say it, an awful relationship with her.
Are you kidding? Not only did she say something, she said it directly to him. Stay away from me and my family, quote unquote.
Well,
but
they'll
if
sell
you,
that when you get
okay,
kids in the hospital.
there's things he did, and I'm not about to get into his business. I'll let
Right,
him call
right.
and say, but he did things that I would consider burning bridges for good. But yet she told her true feelings without being nasty and disgusting about it, because she said that every other time. And he, you know what he did? He still went out there.
Right.
And he still was there just
Right.
in case, by chance, there was any need of him. And he went home not seeing or hearing from any of us.
Which brings me to issue number 2.
But let me just tell you. My
Yeah.
friend. None of you were thought about out there. I didn't hear one.
That's fine. That's the way I prefer it.
I didn't hear one word about any of you out there. Period.
That's the way I prefer
And
it.
you thought she was, and I just cleared this up, you thought she was sitting there bashing you.
However,
And she wasn't.
She didn't say.
2
hey,
points
how's
to
that
keep
guy
in
on
mind.
Big Lip
Go
Radio?
on.
Go ahead.
I told Kim,
How's your co-host?
whatever happens tomorrow, understand he's under the influence of Tracy.
Yeah.
Before this text even happened, because I knew it was going to turn.
You caused this.
How
Why are you putting it on her? You're the one that was texting me, not her. She wasn't even there. I was at
Hold on.
I was at my cousin's house.
I told Kim it would happen, and B, she's slick enough to do it without you even being aware she's wormed into your head.
But she didn't mention anything about you guys. I was getting fed up with you texting me 3 times in 8 hours.
7 hours.
In 7 hours. I've already told you my case 3 times in 7 hours when I told you I would call you and message you if anything specific has changed. Otherwise, go to this journal, which everybody and their mother is going to, which you can get notified via email or text before I even get notified.
Right.
This had nothing to do with her. You just turned it into something that had to do with her.
Which
This
brings
is
me
your
up to
evil
number 2.
heart that you don't like her, so you're
Could be.
also doing what she's doing.
Could be, but
You're
I know
the same
I know
as
to beware.
her.
I know to beware.
You're the same as her.
I know to beware.
That doesn't mean shit.
Number 2.
You're the same as her.
You go up there in case something needs to be handled, in case there's something you can do.
Yes.
Well, I'm thinking she's getting 1,000 text messages a day. How's Tanner? So I figure maybe Zach could maybe field some of these text messages. Nope, bridge too far. Oh, whoa, I can't field these text messages. Send them to Tracy. Well, what the fuck are you doing up there?
You're still not understanding.
You're not taking any weight off her shoulders. I can't even text you to see how things are going.
You can.
No, I can't. I did, and you jumped down my throat.
No, that's because you thought, remember, like we got we'll post them if you want. We got the messages that prove that you specifically read me wrong. I know how you are wasn't how you read it.
You said, I know what you do.
Yes.
Which
because
is a
you
little bit
worry
different
if
than,
I don't text
how
you back.
I know how you are.
Which you worry if I don't text you back, and that's why I said let's make this easy. I will text you if anything's changed because I'm not trying to worry about what's back here in Arizona. And you're back here, of course.
Right.
And me saying not trying to worry might be like, hey, dickheads, leave me alone. I'm trying to spend time with this family that I haven't seen in almost damn near 11 years, which I feel like is justifiable. I would have called you. And this is what I also stated. If it was that serious for you to know something, call me. How many times have I called you in the last 2 months?
Because, dude, just what you just said.
What?
Just what you just said.
Go ahead.
You're busy. We haven't seen Jenny in I don't know how long. She's had 2 babies since the last time I've seen her.
I'm getting to know all these people I've not known.
Awesome. A text message is so much less intrusive than me calling you, you having to step back into another room for 20 minutes and have a talk with me, as opposed to just, same old,
That's how you feel, and I appreciate it.
That's not how I feel.
That's
how it is.
No, that's how you
less
feel.
intrusive.
It's different because you know what my wife did? Ask me how many times my wife texted me while I was out there.
Well, I know she's busy partying up north. She ain't got time for that.
No. Ask me how many times she called me or texted me while I was out there.
How many times?
0. You know what she did?
I love you more than
you
she
know
does.
You know what she did?
What?
Would you like to know?
Yeah.
She called me every night. And you know what I did?
What?
I called her every morning and gave her status updates. Why can't you just call me?
Because I feel
because
I feel a phone call's much more intrusive than a text.
No, I would have been able to handle a phone call, and this little mismatch between you and I wouldn't have happened because, once again, neither of us are pro novel writers, and I'm pretty sure we can't portray emotions besides saying fucking shit within the last 2 paragraphs. Can we agree that? You can't read emotion from a text.
You're right.
So we read each other wrong,
why-
which I'm willing to admit I read wrong. You read wrong. You just don't want to admit that.
I don't know.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
so
I
know the
what
person you
do.
are, and that's fine. You read it like that, and that's okay.
I think you guys
now
should
we're
just hug and make out.
right. We're on. We did at the end of it, and I specifically said, "God damn!" Sometimes we don't. At the very end of it, I was like, "God." He said, "I love you." I said, "I love you too." I was like, "God damn!" Sometimes we don't understand each other,
Right.
And that's what exactly this is. So, I will make it an effort to text you more.
I'll make it an effort to call you more.
Please, because I enjoy calls more than text.
All right.
I get my calls more than text. You have the relationship with your sister, you do. I'm not here to try to change that.
And let me be clear. I
ahead.
love her, but I do it from a distance.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You have that. I ended up taking a chance because I was on regular terms, like you had said before, and I went there, and it turned out to be one of the best things I had done, not in my life. But
Well, I'm glad it was a great
in general,
experience.
because
I truly am.
Because
I was worried, which is one of the reasons when I text you, I never once said, "How's Tanner?"
Well, you should
I said,
have.
"How are things going?"
I know.
Because I consider you in enemy territory at that point, especially, and you can go back to the beginning of the new Big Lip Radio, episodes 2, 3, 4. We talked about this individual.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Listen,
there's a history with the radio about her.
I can tell you that now that I'm older, you might have been right when I was younger and I was easily manipulated, but because I'm the guy that likes to stand outside and look in most of the time,
right,
and not get involved in, and I understand what that means because I have my own things to worry about.
Right.
Just know that'll never happen. The reason why we were able to resolve our feud the way it was is because I didn't let that happen.
Right. And bottom line,
I could have been like, you're cut off, I'm in Minnesota, just like the rest of our family does, which I think is completely bullshit.
Right. Well,
that's just me, though.
I talked about a different angle of this than we had discussed before because I wanted to keep it fresh for the microphones. But we'd hash this out. You're my son, my best friend, my lover.
Of
That's
course.
just how it goes.
This
that
can
ain't
come down
going
to
anywhere.
an IZW exhibition
right?
match.
That ain't going anywhere. And just know,
In this
I got
corner
family.
BLR, in this corner
that
BLR.
I don't necessarily feel the same way that I feel about you, which is the same way you just told me.
Right.
My dad, my uncle, my mentor, my person I look up, my role model. But there's other family that I feel like I should be allowed to have those relationships without you being worried that I'm going to ditch you and cut you off. That ain't ever going to happen. I'm not going to cut off you. I'm not going to cut off your mom, my grandma, who's also could be probably my mom. I'm not cutting off anybody anymore. Like, that's the bottom line.
Right.
So I'm going to, unfortunately, unintentionally be in the middle of all your guys' crap for the rest of my life because I decide to have a relationship with everybody. And honestly, I'm okay with that as long as you can understand that I'm not going to disown any of you. I'm not going to cut any of you off. I'll be here. I'll be the guy with his guard down. I don't care. I got my own family to rely on.
Right.
If it really gets that bad, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say, hey, it's getting that bad. I need to take a breather. I'm not going to cut from you. I'm going to say, just give me some time, whatever. But you'll never be cut off. You can still call me even when I say give me some time, and I'll be like, I love you, man. What's up? What do you need?
And if that's how you feel, then understand we're the only two guys in the whole family who haven't cut anybody off.
Okay, but I feel like you just explained a story how the devil woman you decided to cut off at a distance.
You gotta be careful.
Either way. What I want to hear about is more devil stuff. Are you all right? You resolved?
I'm good, man.
Did this
That
go the
felt
way
great.
you thought it was going to go?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
100%.
All right, perfect.
100%.
Well, I feel okay with it. I didn't shut down, which is what we thought I was going to do,
Right.
and I didn't get triggered, which is what we thought I was going to do. I feel like I'm growing up a little bit.
Right. Awesome.
One thing we've also grown up here at BigLipRadio is with this.
Welcome to Big Lip Radio's Movie Minute. That's going to last longer than a minute because we're running over and I don't care.
It's great. Good content.
It's been a great show. And that was very cathartic. I feel really, really flushed and refreshed after that, to be honest with you.
You got it off your chest, and I didn't blow up on your cut you out. Right. You don't usually get that opportunity, it sounds like.
Well, let me tell you something. I don't get the opportunity to watch Silent Hill very often.
Oh, Silent Hill. We made an exception to this rule, and usually our movie minute review is it's got to be on Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, and normally we like it to be something we haven't seen before.
At least one of us, right.
But we've seen Silent Hill, and I felt like it was a great movie to get into the Halloween tone.
Right.
Just because of the soundtrack and the sounds you hear in this Silent Hill movie.
Oh, the atmosphere is so good.
Oh, the bells, the siren you hear.
Right.
Oh my gosh, throughout most of the movie. It sets that tone, and it's almost like when you're in the hometown of West Concord for both of us.
Right,
you hear the tornado sirens go off, and
every Wednesday at noon.
And
then during tornadoes.
Yes,
of course.
And even the tests, you're like, oh, what's that? What's going on? Because you kind of forget what they test them for. You start getting that weird eerie feeling, and they did this very well. Pappa J, I don't know if you want to give any details on the movie, but I'll tell you, it got 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. 31% on Rotten Tomatoes, 31% on Metacritics, and 89% of Google users liked it.
There's not much to not like about this movie. Now, when the game came out, Dan's games was Silent Hill. That was his series. I'm
the
a
Resident Evil games?
guy.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Right. And I played Silent Hill, but I never got very far into it.
Yeah.
The ash and the fog was there to hide the limitations of the PS1.
Like like even in the movie.
But in the movie, it translated so well. Now, the video game is about a guy who lost his wife, and he gets a phone call from Silent Hill from his wife.
Yes.
Okay, he's a widow, and what? This was a little bit different. A woman goes ahead and adopts a little girl, and she's got connections to Silent Hill, and they got to figure out what's going on. Yeah. Now, I haven't seen this movie since it came out in 2006, right?
Yeah.
So The chick is the same chick that's in Pitch Black with Vin Diesel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. And the dude is the dude from Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. Never put that together the first time I saw it.
So you did this time around.
This time around,
Oh my
I
gosh!
did.
So there's a good reason why we can watch these some of these times because you start realizing
pick up stuff.
Okay.
Right. The female cop
Yes.
played Andrea in the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead before she got zombified and dead. Ooh, boy, I did not realize she had that body.
All right.
Wow.
Back in the day before she got a little older, huh?
She looked good in that cop costume.
It's like that
Wow.
girl in Aliens. What's her name? I'm forgetting the main not Alien. Yeah, Aliens, where she's
Sigourney Weaver?
Yes.
Right.
You see her back in those movies, like, whoa, that's her.
Whoa.
You see her now, and you're like, oh, that's her.
Right.
Oh, that's her.
Right. Yeah, but good stuff. It's very atmospheric, and the cop and the husband are walking around this town in one plane. Meanwhile, she's in another plane, and it's
like a
shifting
universe, like a
between 2
multi-universe.
different planes where
Yes.
she is. So it's like 3 planes of existence. deep.
Multiverse movie type of
Right.
thing. They're all playing the same thing coherently at the same time, essentially, just flashing to each individual.
Right. When that cop is burned at the stake, it was like, oh my god.
Well, then you had Pyramid Head make an appearance in this.
Right.
Dude.
From I believe he was from Silent Hill 2.
Yes, in the games, man.
And wow, it's good stuff.
What do you give the movie?
I give the movie, it's a solid 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I agree. 4 out of 5. Have you ever seen it, Eric?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Well,
Oh,
I
man.
said what the movie was last week. You could have watched it for this week.
Right.
Usually we
right.
make people that don't watch the movie do a punishment of some sort.
Right.
You want to do a punishment, or do you want to?
No, I'm good with.
What do you mean? No. You don't get an option.
I already had the punishment earlier between listening.
Oh, right. Well, you were in the middle, and I kept referencing you.
I said like, oh man.
It's awkward for you, man, because
Hey.
you're involved in family drama.
3 texts in 5 hours ain't a lot, am I right?
Dude,
Right.
You can say.
Right.
I'm not gonna hate you.
I think you're full of crap. But
Well, it's true. I'll
because you
back
could
it
have
up.
picked up the phone and just called him and be like, hey.
See, that's where I looked at, when I said it to him. He's like,
That would have
Yeah.
felt intrusive.
No.
And I don't know why.
okay, I appreciate
I
the
don't
fact
know
that
why.
you
If
said
he
it felt
didn't-
intrusive,
If he
but
felt
call
like it was
me.
going to be intrusive, he wouldn't have picked up.
I put it. Yeah.
He would have let it go to voicemail.
We
but
can
like,
go
I'll
over
do
this
later.
over and over and
Right,
over.
right.
Anyways, so
What
about
do you
this
think?
movie, what?
You
Silent
didn't
Hill.
see it?
I haven't seen it.
So you want to eat a bug?
No, I want to know what the
Go. There's
the
a
next
bag
movie
behind
is.
the pornos over there.
Dude, I've
Pappa
already
J.
eaten vampire teeth and boogers.
Go ahead and grab one of the crickets out of there.
You want to eat a cricket?
You
No.
want a cricket? I ate one of those crickets.
So what's the next movie?
Well, I tell you what, next week, man, I've got a beauty picked out.
What's that?
Next week, it's a Netflix original. It's called Polaroid. Anyone who gets a picture taken with his old Polaroid camera, an entity comes to kill him.
Oh my gosh, Pappa J! You
Yeah.
said Polaroid on Netflix. There's no paywall like you normally pick.
no
Is there
paywall,
subtitles?
Nope.
None of that. It's a full-on movie that I can get into.
Full-on American movie.
Oh my gosh! Much like the
checked
movies
it out.
we pick.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it to make sure I wasn't being an asshole.
Okay,
again.
so you double checked yourself.
Right,
All right, I can
right.
appreciate that.
At minute 11, it gets bad.
That's why you stopped watching.
Super excited to finish it. It looks awesome.
You said it's Netflix, so it's got Adam Sandler in it, or
Right.
Much like Eric said, the first 10 minutes of this episode, if you stop watching, I forgive you because you missed out on a great episode. If you want to catch any other episodes we have, please go to BigLipRadio.com. You can see everything we have there, or hear anything we have there. If you want to see what we have there, we're available on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Go check us out at BigLipRadio on all of our social media. Please like, subscribe, go get some merch. Check us out. Tell us what you think and enter into our contest that we have, Nostalgia. And I guess with that being said, we will catch you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Peace out.